Happy New Year! It's hard to believe 2017 is behind us.
What a year! Welcome to a very special Talk of the Town, everyone.
This month, we look back at some of our favorite segments, like meeting a legend at jazz camp, sheep at a solar farm, and even a Segway tour.
There are so many that we can't say them all right now. Let's just get to it so Zach doesn't cut us off.
Okay. I'll pick up the pace as we visit one of the most prominent stables in the world of harness racing. Trainer Irv Miller even takes Zach along for a ride.
So I was just 14 and a half years old working for a standardbred farm. I worked there with harness horses for him for 6 years. So that was my high school and college, was learning about horses.
It's a harness racing heaven. Tucked in the foothills of the Blue Mountain, just south of Wind Gap, is a place called Wingate Training Center. The views are amazing, the surroundings serene. But the track is fast, loud, and exciting as a nationally known trainer of champions prepares his horses for the big tracks on the East Coast.
We train them and compete and try to get the purse money.
You might be thinking, wow, they must do a lot of betting at the track.
I say you either feed them or you bet them. You don't do both.
So you'd never bet on your horses?
No.
I'll do it for you, all right?
Right, there you go. You'll bet the name.
The morning we visited, Irv was already busy training. Zach bravely jumped right in for a thrilling ride.
We'll get another lap or so and then we'll make a little speed. Okay. That speed will show you a little different too. Pick it up a little, Vinny. Harness racing is a big job, a lot of work to get a horse to compete at the level we want to compete at. It's a family business. It's, families can do it. Some people do it part-time, just race a horse for fun, but we do it at a pretty competitive level, trying to have the best in the country, and doing it that way, you've got to really put a lot of time into the horses.
Is that the quarter mile time, 30 seconds? Or?
No, 2:30 for the full mile. We just don't talk about the two. Hadley, how fast we go? 35, 25, right in the middle.
Most people think of Blue Mountain Resort as a ski area, but we climb aboard Segways for a unique mountain tour.
A Segway, I kind of liken it to a two-wheeled electric golf cart because it's quiet. You might not go fast on a Segway. It's more about just something different to experience, the outdoors.
If you're doing it for the first time, it's going to feel a little weird because you've never done it before, but the key to Segways is to just relax and have fun.
So how fast can these things go?
Well, you know what? We have them set on turtle mode.
Turtle mode?
Yes.
So we're on turtle mode, Marie.
How's that feel? Let's see you stop. Excellent. Excellent. Look at you guys. How you feeling? Good?
Good, yeah.
Okay. No real sharp turns or anything like that either. Like I said, don't be a jerk.
So far, so
Don't be a
good.
jerk.
We are not being jerks.
No. You guys are,
No jerks here.
you're doing wonderfully. You're really catching on quick.
Woo! I went through a big gully and I survived.
There you go. Biking without pedaling? This is a new concept for both of us.
A bicycle pump track opened in Smithfield Township, so of course we take a spin.
So we're very excited to have this open now, and it's a free park, it's a public park, people can come. It's available for anybody and everybody who wants to try it. You don't have to be an experienced biker to enjoy it.
This is called a pump track. The idea, use your momentum combined with a track design to propel forward without pedaling. What advice do you have for us as we try?
Okay, always look ahead. Just like in skiing and snowboarding, you're looking forward and down a couple times, forward. breathe, and keep your elbows out. Keep your body loose as much as you can. I know the first couple of tries around the track,
We're gonna look stiff.
you're gonna look like your old ladies, but
Oh, great.
you know, you just gotta loosen up and let our design really send you around. And if you can pedal, if you need a couple cranks, just do them. You know, eventually you'll feel where you can get the speed. Pump,
You good?
pump, pump, pump.
Yeah!
Okay, pump it, pump it.
I needed more pump.
Whoa! I'm cheating.
I am too.
When I'm saying perpendicular and how people aren't perpendicular at all, this is what I'm talking about.
Whoa!
It's that free-form exercise that you and I grew up with, snowboarding and skateboarding and bike riding.
Whoa!
I know I pedaled. If anybody was
I
counting,
went the wrong way.
That's okay.
only a few times. But
All right, let's see Marie.
cheating.
Come on up here, Marie.
I wasn't afraid though.
I wasn't really
I wasn't really afraid, but I wanted to get the feel of going sideways.
Yeah, perpendicular. Now, between
heart's pumping.
all three of us, that's the missing link between working out and free-form exercise. Everybody's pretty much, you know, bending or squatting, but they're not getting perpendicular. This form of exercise makes you get perpendicular.
Time for a ballistic battle at Country Junction. I think we were a little outmatched in the Nerf arena.
The Ballistic Battle Zone is open on weekends. It's an indoor Nerf arena. Kids come in and play. You don't need to bring anything. We have guns, glasses, pennies. We play capture the flag, just plain old war, whatever you want.
We're entering the ballistic battle zone, double-barreled.
We are armed and ready to go. Let's go find those kids.
All right.
Boom! I need to take cover and reload. I have some ammunition in my sweatshirt.
Marie, I don't know if you're aware.
What?
He has entered the realm.
My gun got jammed.
There we go.
Kim, I got your back.
And I got yours, Ree.
I'll get you first. And now you. Oh no! I'm jammed. I have a gun problem right here. It's jammed. Look. I got it. Ah, it's a trap. The key is trying not to get killed when you stop to reload.
Fire! Fire! Whoa! Marie, I'm not sure we're winning this battle. Let's bail!
They're unloading on us. As we continue our look back at 2017, it's all about the crafts. Some turned out great, others, disaster. Welcome back to Talk of the Town, everyone. You know we're always getting our hands into different crafts.
Sometimes they come out great, other times, not so much.
Most of the time, we're learning by fire, and we celebrate our successes and accept our defeat in front of all of you.
So we're gonna make some sort of a wreath.
Yes, this is going to be a clothespin wreath. I took the green spray paint to town already, and we're ready to go. And we're going to try, I'm going to try putting tape on it.
Right away and
Right
see
away.
if it holds.
Yeah. Oh, would help if I used the sharp side of the X-Acto knife, correct?
They're very happy St. Patty's Day festive.
You said at the beginning of this project, this is too many clothespins.
I said there's a lot of clothespins. And you said we're gonna need all of them.
We're going to need all of them. I knew because I tested it.
You know the only thing missing?
What?
It's our green drinks.
Nobody brought any for us.
I know, I didn't think about it. Could have made a green drink or two.
This part's all how you like it, right?
Yep.
So it's whatever looks good to your own eye. Can't do it wrong. I don't know, I think they came out really, really cute. What do you think?
Oh, I think they're wonderful. Perfect for St. Patty's Day.
And you know what? You really could take this and buy like different colors and do them for every holiday. It doesn't
You
have
could.
to be St. Patrick's Day, right? So for the people who missed this and Easter's coming,
Easter's
make
coming.
an Easter one.
Yes. Or, 4th of July. Might take you a while to get motivated.
The rubber
This is
band gives you that little bit of extra security.
The guide.
That you're not going to paint into the other section.
That's a very important thing for me.
Me too.
It's like painter's tape when you're doing a wall.
Yes.
Very good, Marie. You had 2 paintbrushes and everything set here for us.
Didn't want to have to wash anything.
This is a nice little touch, the patriotic ribbon.
I like the sparkles on the stars. Now we've got 10 of these. They're all dry. We can set them up like bowling pins and play the game.
Sounds great.
All right, let's score it just like bowling.
All right, Rhea, I'm hoping for the best.
Me too.
Here goes.
Woo! Good start. Looks like 4.
Yeah, all right. It is flip-flop season.
Flip-flop. Wait, mine are a lot smaller than yours.
Her feet are a lot smaller than mine. Maybe half.
Yeah, right?
Well, not quite, but you get the idea. We've finished tying our red, white, and blue fabric onto our flip-flops.
They are a little long. Mine look like Cousin It.
Yeah, okay, so maybe they're a little hairy. This is double-sided satin ribbon because when you're fancying up your flip-flops, you want to make sure it looks good on both sides.
Both sides. Yeah. Then when we get to the end, you're just going to tie it off in a knot.
Yep,
Tie it off in a knot.
because you want
Because
it to stay.
we're gonna make this go up our leg. These are gonna be fancy flip-flops with ankle straps, right?
That's right. We'll see whose does better. Rolling, you roll for 15 seconds, okay?
Yep. I don't know, it's feeling pretty pulverized in the middle. How's yours?
It's a little warm.
They're pretty close.
I think I have
Maybe
a little
teeny bit more. So I'm gonna continue to not use the microwave.
You try. Shake.
I'm very skeptical.
Oh, I don't know. There's some pieces here that
This one is not suitable.
no, but these 2 are good, and this is another one.
So maybe if we did this for another hour, maybe it would.
Well, I'd say 2 times got rid of a lot of the garlic. Yeah, so even with
Yeah.
not so great plastic, you can separate your eggs.
Nice.
This hack worked.
We can make meringue.
Since we both love shoes, we decided to try this hack. I don't know if it will work or not.
I don't either.
All right, so you take a Ziploc bag, and if you've got a pair of shoes that are just a little snug and you want to stretch them a bit, you fill it with water. These are Marie's shoes, so you can tell how tiny they are. So it didn't take a whole lot of water.
We're gonna stretch the toes a little. I don't know. I don't know if this one's gonna work. And we're not gonna be able to wait around to find out because the next thing you do is stick this in the freezer and let it the water expand as it turns into ice and stretch out your shoe. That's the premise, right?
You'll have to try it yourself and let us know if it works for you.
Yeah.
I like the pretty pink ribbon.
Me too.
Looks good on cork. I noticed you have a lot of these corks, Marie.
I've saved them for years and years.
Sure you have. Snip it off. Thinking that'll be a nice skirt. But who knows?
They get fresher and cleaner as you go lower. Although the outside ones have character when they're a little dirty and they have those streaks of red in them, they're kind of cool. And we're going to pull it super tight. Then I need your finger there.
Finger.
And nope, don't pull your nail out.
I'm not gonna. Hi, kitty cat.
Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. Tommy came to visit.
Wacko.
It's a corn husk doll. What do you think? He's thinking maybe it would be a good toy.
I know this is what you live for.
Yeah.
Standing on people, loving people. I know.
He's like, Marie, I'm just gonna stand here with you while you make your little doll.
Are we on a break? Is it a commercial?
I don't think I would do crafts if it wasn't for you.
I probably wouldn't do them if it wasn't for you either.
So we scoured the internet to come up with the perfect craft for this time of year. And guess what? We found one. Oh my.
Where's the hot glue gun?
You know, maybe this is a project that's meant for wine.
We should have opened a bottle.
If it turns out right, we may need to celebrate.
I feel like I'm holding it together by the seat of my pants. Should I get the hairdryer?
Ooh, it's chunky.
Yeah, maybe it's weird.
Ooh.
So gross.
A big ball of snot.
Yeah, it's like a big ball of snot.
We're going to use my wine corks again because
She
we
has
know I
lots
have
of wine corks.
quite a collection. I've been collecting these for a long time, and I love a bottle of good red wine. So
I was gonna say,
most
and
of them
I
are
know red.
Most of them are red. So
Okay.
these are wine cork angels.
Okay, so I need some glasses to help me. First time ever for glasses on a segment.
At least they're red.
Okay, so how do I start this back up? I'm like, all right, you ready?
Now just say glasses on.
Yeah. Glasses on. I'm ready now.
Looks like he has one tooth.
That's a tongue.
Are you? I was literally just thinking, in my house we stick tongues out, so I should have done one of those. I'll say, he looks so happy, and then you go on.
It's a she.
She looks,
I don't know. For some reason, I think of angels as girls. I don't know why.
it's kind of sexist, really.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm sure there are some people who would be perfect at placement.
Not us.
I'm not. I'm definitely not one of those.
There's pearls in here. There's like these amber things.
It's
And there's
like
some-
deciding what's calling to me.
Yeah.
What
Or
should
red
she be
hearts.
dazzled by? I think my angels are looking pretty good.
Me too. Just a couple finishing touches, then we can clean up and show them to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, hands back in front of you how they were, so I can just get some shots down the line. All right, I'm good.
Don't go away. When Talk of the Town continues, we visit a solar farm, complete with sheep.
And we visit a traditional English cottage garden growing in the Poconos.
Our Talk of the Town look back at 2017 continues with a visit to Pocono Raceway. You may be surprised to know across the street from the Tricky Triangle is a solar farm supplying the track's energy needs.
And it's maintained by some hungry sheep visiting for the summer.
100% of all the energy that Pocono Raceway needs is made right here. And it feeds back through the meter and goes right into the track, and we're not using it. On a day like today when we're closed, our local neighbors are taking advantage of the power that we're putting onto the grid.
The solar farm was built 7 years ago after much environmental research and with a $16 million price tag.
So this is a 3 megawatt system. We'll make close to 3 million, almost 4 million kilowatt hours a year. So that's enough for several, almost 1,000 homes equivalency.
There are 25 acres of solar panels, and that requires a lot of mowing and trimming.
So we're here to help.
Kim, this is going to take us forever.
It's a good thing they have more help than just us. The sheep arrived in early June, and we soon realized they wanted no part of the video camera.
There you go.
We got a little too close.
They're safe in here with the fenced-in area. There's no predators that can get into them, and it's been really a great piece for us. The kids, going to school drive by, they get all excited. The neighbors drive by, they get all excited. And we hear in the spring all the time, when the sheep coming back? When the sheep coming back? And then the fall, everybody's sad to see them leave.
Yeah, happy arrangement for everyone, I guess.
Yes.
Time for a local hidden gem. We take a trek along the historic Switchback Trail and find out more about its expanding future.
Some historians say that Mauch Chunk and the Switchback and the Lehigh Canal were the instigation of the Industrial Revolution in America. It all happened here in the Lehigh Valley. And that was because of iron and the fact that they learned how to smelt iron with anthracite coal, which was discovered in Summit Hill. And these Philadelphia Quakers, Josiah White and Erskine Hazard, put tremendous amounts of personal finance and energy into creating the Lehigh Navigation, the Switchback Railroad.
When you enter Mauch Chunk Lake Park in Jim Thorpe, you can't miss 2 replica Switchback Railroad cars at the entrance to the Switchback Trail. They represent the heyday of coal and our country's first thrill ride.
Been designated by the Smithsonian Institution as the first roller coaster in America. It was gravity driven, and it was a downhill ride, and on some of the levels, mainly coming from Summit Hill down, they could get it up to 60 miles an hour. In the 1880s, believe it or not, Mauch Chunk and the Switchback competed with Niagara Falls for the number of tourists. So we were like neck and neck. And there were times when 5,000 to 10,000 people would be coming into town on a single day, especially for the autumn leaf excursions.
The rails were pulled up in 1937 due to the Great Depression and our country converting to automobiles. Today, some sections of the trail are popular for hiking and biking, but other areas need attention. Fortunately, the Carbon County Commissioners have taken an interest in the Switchback.
Take care of some of the ruts, some of the washouts, and do some things, try to get the water off the trail so that it maybe will hold up for a longer time, and through the years we may not have to do a whole lot of maintenance, but initially get it into condition where people can hike, bike, walk, and do whatever they want to do without the exposure of getting hurt.
We didn't need to travel to England to find a traditional English garden. Gardening enthusiast and writer Pam Hubbard has built one in Monroe County's West End.
An English cottage garden is planted for abundance. You have an abundance of each type of flower, and they're basically very common flowers. When I say plant for abundance, you plant close together. People think that I have no space between the plants. That's not true. There has to be an air circulation around plants. So I make sure I mulch around each individual plant has got its own little space.
Flowers like echinacea, bee balm, daylilies, and the more traditional delphinium, roses, and of course, hollyhocks.
Every English cottage garden has a bird cage with an ivy in it. I don't know why, but
you have one.
So Dwayne found me the bird cage.
Pam, I noticed as like a theme going through, and I don't know if it has to do with English gardening or just pleasing to the eye, how everything has curves and swoops to it as opposed to hard corners.
That is English style. This is my 5th garden. It's the kitchen garden.
Which means there's food in here?
A lot.
Maybe.
That's important. If you're going to garden, you might as well have
Yes.
food, right?
I think I just saw a bunny rabbit.
Yes.
In here?
Yes, and look how the beans have all disappeared at these 2 squares.
The bunnies ate them?
That's that bunny who lives
He's
in
right
here.
Yeah, he's right over there.
What's his name? He looks like Bernie. Bernie the bunny rabbit.
His name is Nuisance.
Nuisance. You know, a lot of people don't think they can do this because they don't have a green thumb.
I don't believe in green thumbs. I'll tell you why. I probably killed more plants than I've grown. I am not successful with everything I planned. So, you know, people should not be afraid to just try to do it, you know. And nowadays we have Google. You can find
Google anything.
Google anything.
But when you Google anything to do with gardening, anything to do with planting, always write extension before you question.
Still ahead, we check out the jazz music scene in the Poconos, and we work with a jewelry designer to create one-of-a-kind pieces.
We love trying new sports. We've golfed a few times in the past, but certainly not enough to be any good at it.
In May, we visited Great Bear Golf Club in Marshalls Creek. Kim and I took a lesson and played a few holes with Zach and General Manager Joe Manley.
So here's how we were doing by the end. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, Zach.
It's all right. We got a good one already.
Oh, that was such a pretty swing, Ray.
You said that last time and then I screwed up, remember?
All right, I'm sorry, it sucked.
Thanks.
Do it better.
Oh.
I think I went too far.
Back out left.
Kick.
Nice.
Oh,
Kick back to the left. Yeah.
The tree helped you.
All right.
You hit it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Didn't go in the air, but it went.
Yeah, but that was only a fraction
it was
off.
a solid. You hit it pretty solidly.
Fraction off. Get down.
Come back. Come down the hill now. Come down the
More
hill.
off the hill.
Back,
Off the hill.
back.
Keep
coming,
going.
keep going, keep going,
Keep
going,
going.
keep going.
All right.
Ah.
Get there.
Sit
Get
right
there. Get
down
there.
there.
Get there.
Go.
Get there. Get there.
Go, go, go,
Get
go,
there.
go, go.
Okay.
Nice. We're on the
You got to
edge.
putt at it.
Yes.
Yes!
First try!
All around. All around.
Turning a sheet of copper into jewelry is certainly an art. Designer Sarah Binder invited us to give it a try. She's the owner of Sincerely Sarah Jewelry.
So today we're going to work on a ring and a pair of earrings in copper, and we're going to do some sawing and texturing and finishing. Okay. So you want to hold this in your left hand. Tight, but not so tight. You don't want to have a death grip on it.
Okay.
You want to leave it a little bit loose. That way, if it catches in the metal, it's not going to break the blade. If you break the blade, that's okay. We've got hundreds of blades here. And hold your blade straight up and down. I am actually impressed that you haven't broken a blade.
If we had been reversed and I was doing the ring and she was doing this, because you're the drill bit girl. So
Yeah, I break drill bits all the time.
Well, I almost got there. Look how close I am.
You might be able to just pop it out.
Next, we're gonna texture. Now we need to drill holes because we have to attach them to the ear wires. Okay, and pull that back up, and you're good. This is liver sulfur, and what it's doing is darkening the entire surface of the metal.
Are they done?
They are done. Always look at what you're hammering. Don't watch the hammering. Okay.
And keep your fingers away.
Yes.
Away.
Yes.
Okay. Whoops. Helps if you actually hit it.
And put it in the water to quench it.
Then keep going.
Yep, I would keep going
Am I
a little
doing
bit
okay?
more. Yep, got a nice gentle curve going. All right, that looks about good. And we're gonna keep wrapping it around, hammering from both sides. And I just keep moving the metal around in my hand. I don't wanna stay on one spot too long. So now we've got a nice high shine to that copper part, but we still have the darkness behind it.
Yeah, very nice.
Before we go to break, here's a performance by some spectacular kids who got the chance to meet jazz legend Bob Dorough at the Coded Jazz Camp in Delaware Water Gap.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Being his left hand was a little bit intimidating, just because he'd go and do little musical motifs and I have to just follow what he was doing, but I managed to keep up a little bit, so for that I'm actually really happy today.
It was awesome. I've talked to him so many times. I've even had discussions with him, but I've never played with him before, and it felt really good knowing that I'd played with a jazz legend. Well, he's giving me advice when I'm playing, rather than thinking, okay, what are those chords and all of that, just sort of zone out and do whatever you feel like doing, as long as it makes you feel good.
Welcome back to our Talk of the Town 2017 review. We love to get moving and try new things, like joining a yoga class on the beach.
Nature just automatically relaxes you. I mean, I think most of us would agree with that. So if you pair that with yoga, it's just an extra added benefit. You're doing yoga and you're already tuned into all the sounds of the birds and the water if you're by the lake or the ocean, and that just really enhances the whole experience. So take a moment to sit up tall, and I like to bring my hands back by my hips, and I use my hands to press down so you can really lift the spine and get a nice tall spine, tall seat. And then fold the hands out in front. We're gonna keep that seal and stretch the palms straight ahead. Draw your navel up and in, sit up really tall. And inhale, take your arms up. Yoga is all about connecting to yourself, connecting to the true nature of reality. And in our busy lives, we kind of get distracted. All these things pull us away from, ourselves. And it really brings your mind back to focusing on your body, focusing on your pose. And then slowly bring it back down. Slide that right hand underneath the left as you bend your left elbow. Come to the outside of that right shoulder, resting the side of your head on the ground. I get so many people say to me, oh, well, I could never do yoga. I can't touch my toes, or I'm not flexible, I can't do yoga. And really, yoga's not about that. You're gonna stretch a little bit, you're gonna get stronger, but it's really about tuning in and getting away from that busyness of life.
Thanks to our friends in law enforcement, we shared the do's and don'ts of traffic stops.
Of course, we have some fun showing everyone what not to do. Wait 1 minute. I'm finishing my text. I'll be right with you.
State police, ma'am. Please roll the window down.
I'm finishing my text. Just 1 second.
All right, ma'am. Can you put that down real quick?
Yep, hold on.
Okay.
What happened?
Hey, listen real quick. I'm Trooper Petrowski, State Police out of Hazelton. The reason why I pulled you over, you're doing 68 miles an hour and it posted 25 mile an hour zone.
I was not going 68.
Can you let me? All right, hold on 1 second. Let me talk, okay? Just so you know, you're being both audio and visually recorded. If I could have your driver's license, your registration, your insurance card. Oh, hold on 1 second, man. What are you reaching for?
You just asked me for my paperwork, so I'm getting
Okay, is it in your glove box?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have anything in there I should know about, right? Nothing illegal, no weapons?
Some tape.
Okay. Distracted driving, there's many different factors, okay? Using your cell phone right now to make phone calls is not illegal. But again, it's also not the safest thing to be doing while you're driving, especially on interstate where you're going high speeds. You want to really have your focus on the road. Texting is illegal. It's a primary violation in Pennsylvania. We can't pull you over for sending a text while operating a motor vehicle. Distracted driving can include many things. Putting on makeup while you're driving, reading the newspaper. We see these things out there on the road. You're driving. Your issue is to get where you're going safely. But when you're driving a vehicle, you also have to realize if you're doing something unsafe, you're putting everybody else at risk. So we always want people to get where they're going safely.
In October, we paid a visit to one of the most haunted communities in the Poconos, Jim Thorpe.
When some vandals caused trouble in a cemetery, the local legend of the Rex Ball started rolling.
I can only tell you that I didn't believe in ghosts when I moved here, and that after living in the Rex house, I absolutely do. A friend of mine encouraged me to write down these things that I heard, and when I started writing them down, what happened was it was like I could hear it come through me, and I kept writing and kept writing and kept writing.
The end result? A collection of writings called The Voices of the Hollow Maze.
The Rex Ball rolled down from the hill while Mock Chunk porch hags slept. A comet turned to point the way to where salvation's kept. The Rex house in the stone row stayed the course of roll. A haunted night, a quiet street, an uninvited soul. The church looked empty, dark and still, its tower like a pall. Its Gothic, stern and smiling face frowned above the wall. How dare you come this way, it said. The Rex Ball stood its ground. I've come to vindicate my soul with something large and round. We've damned you to eternity for swinging from a beam. I'm here to say your hateful curse was monstrous and mean. I've learned an ancient secret from the lion by your door. The spectral light of Venus through your great rose window pours. It lights the Vesica Pisces at the reredos at 1. At 1 o'clock it sparkles, a shimmering rainbow sun. Bright celestial token, grace from high above, rolling ball who's spoken through eternity of love. They rolled the ball back through the town and pushed it up the hill. They locked it in the chapel where it stayed against its will. Though lively oracles great and small are shunned by men today, rolling balls and rainbow suns are more than child's play.
When Talk of the Town's look back at 2017 continues, we join one of our favorite guests.
And she has lots of ideas and recipes to share. We do so many fun things and meet so many great people, but there is one lady in particular who has captured our hearts.
We love brainstorming on segments we can do with Zach's Grammy Booth.
She appeared several times with us this year. Take a look.
I'm back by popular demand.
You are popular.
Graham, have you ever made homemade dog treats before?
No, I've never made dog treats at all, but I've made some cookies that sort of taste like dog treats.
Those are the ones you don't make again, right?
Right,
It's like, not that recipe.
Smells pretty good too.
Oh, and our official taste testers are weighing in. So there's our baking soda.
Not time yet, Boo. Not
Is that
time.
an opinion, you think?
I don't know. They're saying it smells good. I think we're there, Graham.
Oh, and it is. It's a happy boil. So now it has to
happy boil.
And so now it has to boil for, oh, you have it set for
5
5
minutes.
There,
Okay.
5 minutes.
All right, so all are dry.
And all the wet. Well, you know, it's not really a good baking day if there are no messes.
All right, 15 minutes in the oven for those crunchy dog biscuits.
You know, when you think about it, if this turns out well, it's probably so much healthier for your dog than buying treats, and you know exactly what you're feeding them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they like it, that's the big test.
We'll find out.
Oh, look at this. Oh, oh, oh.
Wow, cool.
Oh, look at this. Oh, wonderful. If I go out for dinner, I'll even have to wear this. I'm going out.
You don't have to wear it out, but you can wear it whenever you want.
You want it to be boiling so it's bubbling all over, you know, not just bubbling on the sides. It wants to be bubbling all
the
over.
way through. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to stir it, and you're not supposed to stir it.
No, you're not supposed to stir it.
See, that's something I always want to do because I don't want it to burn on the bottom, you know?
Yeah. It's like a nasty dog. Don't disturb it.
Leave it alone. And the glaze, believe it or not, is a 1/4 cup of peanut butter added to 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. You want to do the honors, Graham?
Oh, which ones are you going to
drizzle.
do?
We're going to drizzle all these guys up here.
Well, we'll have to take turns.
This is only a 4-minute segment.
It's the mailman, isn't it?
Walking a dog like that.
Oh, almost time to eat.
Yum. Hey, look who's here.
Hey, hi, Graham.
Hi, Graham.
Hi! It looks as if I'm just in time.
You are. You came to eat.
Oh, it smells so good.
You don't have to help today.
Oh, great! You people can just eat all the chicken. I'll eat the asparagus.
Whoever knew there was vinegar in candy canes?
Yeah, I would have never thought that.
Put half in here and half in here. Try to make it half.
All right, that's a challenge, Kim.
How many peanuts should we add to our popcorn?
Well, you can add as many as you dump the whole thing in if you like.
I vote for that.
All right, in they go.
And then this. Ooh. All right, we have our taste testers ready, and you seem very anxious, Josie. What do you think? You're gonna give me one of the
Oh, she took it right
Did
away.
we do a good job, Josie? I think she wants more.
Try the hard one with her.
You ready? You want to try? Ooh! I think we did a good job, guys.
You're gonna have to pull it. Yeah, just pull it out, and then fold it up. Pull it out, fold it up. Pull it out, and fold it up, and then make these into
candy canes. No, you know what, Graham? These are kind of fun.
Well, yeah, it's fun, but they aren't turning out the way they're supposed to.
Well, they don't look like store candy canes, but who would want that?
That's for sure.
No fun.
That's
no fun.
Nobody can ever say, "Where'd you buy these?"
She's like, I don't like all these TV cameras.
How about this one? Does this one smell better to you?
Nope.
All right, Graham, you're not making these in your future.
Being standoffish, Violet.
You know what? She'll probably eat them at home alone.
Maybe.
And that you could, if your whole recipe failed, you could do,
you could do this with all of it.
Well, Josie, I guess the popcorn was a hit. Maybe we ought to wake the girls up to make another batch. What say, Josie? That looks really nice. Oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
We always have fun with you, Graham.
Oh, I always have fun doing this, too.
We've met so many fabulous people this year, and we look forward to meeting many, many more in 2018.
Graham, we have some new adventures for you next year. Are you game?
I'm game for anything.
That's awesome. Well, all of you, send us your ideas because we'd love to hear from you, too.
Graham, do you want to help start the ending?
Yes, I do.
And whatever you do, be the talk of the town. Happy New Year!
We visit a solar charm complete with sheep.
A solar charm.